Hello guys, this is Roger Gamer 06. How's everyone doing today? If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit that notification button. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. So today I am going to do another game review. I'm sorry that this was slow. I know this game came out, I believe, January 27th, but I finally got my hands on it. I played it. I've finally beaten it. Of course, I'm talking about Dead Space, or rather, Dead Space Remake. Now, a little short story. The day it came out, I was going to buy it, and I went to Walmart first, and they didn't have it in yet. I went to GameStop, and they just sold their last copy. So I'm like, are you serious? So later on, I went back home, and then later I called Walmart, and they're like, oh yeah, sorry, we just sold the last copy. So I'm like, really? I almost bought it digital because I really want to play it, but I thought, no, I'm going to wait until I get a physical copy so I could do a review on it. So about 2 weeks later, I just waited until I got paid again 2 weeks later, and they had finally Walmart had a few copies, so I was able to get one. Now, of course, this is also on the PC, uh, and Xbox X and S. So, yeah, this is a remake. The spine and the back. Now, of course, it's by EA, and it's by Motive. That's the developer. It was, it starts with the V of Visicril. I can't pronounce it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That's a company that originally made, I can't talk, made Dead Space way back in 2008. Now, of course, they went out of business 2017, I believe. But now, Motive picked it up, and we have our first game by them, the remake. Very good game. Uh, the inside of it is nothing exciting. It's just blank. Here's the disc. Now, of course, like I said, I bought it at Walmart. Now, if you get it at GameStop or Best Buy, I don't know if it comes with, like, stickers or anything. I don't know. But y'all can let me know down in the comments below. Let me know. So I'm going to read the back. It says, humanity ends here. Immerse yourself in sci-fi horror. Explore a stunning setting full of unpredictable and tense moments. Unravel the USG Ishimura mystery. Uncover the dark secrets behind the events aboard the ship. Improvise to survive. Utilize your tools to strategically defeat enemies with precision. The sci-fi survival horror classic Dead Space returns completely rebuilt from the ground up to offer a deeper and more immersive experience. Explore the deep space mining ship, the USG Ishimura, as engineer Isaac Clarke. What starts as a routine repair mission quickly turns into a battle for survival as the truth behind the horrors on board begins to unravel. So, if you played the original back in the day like I did, you should already be familiar with the story and the characters. I remember when they first announced this, they showed the gameplay, and I thought, I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping it would be a Dead Space 4 because of the way the third game ended. But, so instead we get a remake. But let me tell you, I'm glad I picked this up. It's worth the money if you're a huge fan. I'll go over the pros first, and then I'll talk about the cons. The pros, of course, better graphics. Like I read in the back, They built the whole thing from the ground up. I mean, yeah, for the most part, it's just like how it looked in the original. Like, for example, the bridge, the big area of the elevator, uh, you know, that's kind of how it looked in the original. But it's just as scary as the original because you feel that sense of dread, and that's what you want to feel whenever you play a survival horror game. I hate when they go towards like the action route. For example, Resident Evil, you know, 5, 6, maybe 4, I don't know. 4 was kind of between. And then, Dead Space 3 became an action game. Although I did like the story in that one, but it wasn't scary. I mean, there were a few tense moments, but not as much as this one. But yeah, great atmosphere, better atmosphere. It's darker, than the original. The weapons, to my knowledge, is the same as the original, but they look better. The enemies look just as good. They're creepy. Um, of course, some of the stuff it expanded. Like I remember one part, Isaac actually takes his helmet off, and he will hold it like this while talking. So yeah, he actually talks in this one. Because in the original, he was silent. Or he didn't have a voice until part 2. And it's the same guy who did the voice of Clark in Dead Space 2 and 3, Gunnar Wright. But this time they used his likeness. And I'm not going to lie, he looks like Adam Sandler. Although, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he played in a Game of Thrones. He played as Edmure Tully. But then someone said, yeah, the word around the internet saying that he's like Adam Sandler. And I do see the resemblance. So, it took me a while to get used to the new look. However, that's actually how the voice actor looks. I'm not sure why they changed it up in the original games, but in this one, they use his likeness, which I'm okay with. So yeah, it's the same voice actor. That makes me happy. Of course, the woman who did the voice of Nicole, Isaac's girlfriend, Tanya Clark. Ironically, I know her last name is Clark, but that's her real name. She did the voice of Nicole in Dead Space 2. So it's really nice to have the original voice actors. Now, for the other characters, I don't know. It's a great game. Like I said, it's a nice upgrade. It's a good step up from the original. My cons, they added side quests or like side missions. Of course, you do get trophies. I think I did it all. They were neat. One of the quests, I don't know if this would be considered a spoiler or not, but if you play the original or if you play this, there's an enemy that everybody hates, the Hunter. He's the one that regenerates. You first encountered this monster in Chapter 5. So in the next same thing with this one. But there's a side mission where you get to explore that monster's origin. It turns out it used to be a guy named Harris. I think he was one of the miners down on the planet, ages 7. So we kind of get a little background history about this monster, which was really neat because we didn't get that in the original. So, yeah. So a little bit different, Hammond, the one guy that were with you, he dies differently in this one. I won't spoil it for you guys, but it's a great game. I love it. But the side missions, like I said, were great, but a lot of backtracking. Usually in a survival horror game, you don't want to add a lot of backtracking, But it's not a big deal, but that's what my small complaint. And what I noticed toward the end of my game, it was either chapter 10 or 11. Maybe it's been doing it for a while, I just didn't notice it. But I I know sometimes the game gets a little blurry. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if it's part of the game or what. But it's a great game. You gotta play it. If you're a Dead Space fan, you have to play it. It's really good. Uh, it's better in every way. You know, I prefer this over the original. Uh, One little thing, and I didn't know this, and I didn't mean to read it, but when you beat the game, you get what's called a New Game Plus. And if you beat on that, you get a secret ending. And again, I didn't mean to read it, but apparently it's looking like they might be remaking Dead Space 2. Because there is an audio log in this game that, you know, in the beginning of part 2 where Ice takes time to dream of his wife, they're talking and she's thanking him for pushing her to work at the Ishimura. Well, that dialogue is in this game. So I'm wondering if they're giving us a hint of a Dead Space 2 remake. I hope it does happen. Especially 3, because if they remake part 2, I hope they remake part 3, because that game needs to be fixed. So anyway, that's all I got to say about this game. It's great. It's excellent. Now, if you never played Dead Space, this would be even better. If you have played it, I still recommend it. It's a really good game. I can't wait to see what more they're going to do with this series. So, yeah, there you have it. Dead Space for the PS5. This is the Retro Gamer 06. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification button. And be sure to hit the like button. So it does help me out a lot. Alright guys, with that being said, I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. If you're working, don't work too hard. And I'll see you later. Bye.